interview, I will be interviewing my grandmother, Judith Lohman.
Hi, I am Judith Leith Lohman. I was born in 1940 in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania. I was the oldest of 3 children. I have a sister who is 4 years younger than I am, and a brother who is 6 years younger than I am.
What was your childhood like?
My childhood was a very happy childhood. I was young enough that I had no idea about what was going on in the world, at which time World War II was going on. And the only memories I have of World War II was that my father, who worked for the Western Union and was not able to go to war because of his position there, would go at night to what they called the post. And the post was a place where they would go to look for enemy airplanes. I also remember that we had in the bathroom a black curtain. And if the sirens rang, they would put the black curtain down so that they did not have to turn the lights out and you could stay and be safe in the bathroom.
How many siblings did you have, and what were their names?
I have a sister whose name is Polly. I have a brother whose name is Bruce.
Who was the first person on your mom's side to come to America, and who was the first person on your dad's side of the family to come to America?
The first person to come to America on my mom's side was probably my grandfather. I did not know him, he died before I was born. But my grandmother also came, and she came from Ireland. At that time, she left 2 children there. Or no, she left 1 child there because her father would not permit her to take this child to this unknown wild country. And she went back for her later, but she did not want to come. And she was raised, this other child was raised by my grandmother's sister. My grandmother came through Ellis Island. In fact, I still have the dress that she wore when she came through Ellis Island. My father, which would have been your great-grandfather, great-grandfather, came when he was 5 years old, and he came from England. And he just went into the port in Philadelphia. He did not go through Ellis Island. And he came with his mother. His father had come ahead of time and to secure them a home and everything to live in, and then they came when he was 5.
Okay, what high school did you go to, and what extracurricular activities were you involved in?
I went to Haverford Township High School, and I was involved a lot of music activities. I played the cello, and I was in the orchestra, and the district orchestra, and the state orchestra, and the youth orchestra of Greater Philadelphia. I also was a drum majorette for the band in the football games, and I played basketball and hockey.
Hockey, like ice hockey or field hockey?
Field hockey.
Oh, I played field hockey too. And basketball. Oh yeah, and basketball. For college, where did you go to college?
I went to Lebanon Valley College, where I majored in elementary education and I minored in music. I graduated and became an elementary school teacher.
Did you play any sports in college?
I played hockey and basketball and softball. And I won a jacket in my junior year for my sports participation.
When did you meet my grandfather?
Met your grandfather when I was in 11th grade. We met through a mutual friend that we had that went to school with him. He did not go to my schools. We were married in 1960.
How many kids did you have?
I had 3 children. I had Scott, who was the oldest, and then Goo, who was the middle child,
David.
and then your mother. After I finished college, I taught part-time, and then I had my children, and then I went back and taught full-time for 25 years. I taught 5th grade for 2 years, and then I taught 8th grade for the rest of the time, and I taught communications, English and reading.
What was your favorite grade in class to teach?
8th grade.
8th grade? Why is that?
Communications. Because the kids are all nuts. They are, and you have to be crazy to teach them.
What hobbies do you enjoy?
I like to read, I like to garden, and I belong to many different activities in town, like the garden club and the library board, and PEO, sisterhood, and the college choir, and a lot of church activities and things. I was voted outstanding woman in 2000, I think it was 2008, and then your grandfather and I won the President's Awards for volunteerism, and then we won Lifetime Achievement Award that Pop and I won. And we were also the parade marshals for the 4th of July parade.
Oh yeah, what role did you play in politics throughout your life?
I was voted the first woman councilman in Pittman in 1976. After that, there have been several other women, but I was the first. And I have always represented the Republican Party. When I went back to work to teach, I gave up my job on council, but I also was chairman of the library board and different things like that in town.
Throughout your life, you've had many pets, correct?
Yes. Pop and I have had 9 Basset Hounds. In 41 years, we had 9 Basset Hounds. Sometimes we had 2, sometimes we had 3. But now we don't have any Basset Hounds. We have 2 labs, Cinnamon and Sooty.
When my mom was growing up, did you have any, how many animals did you have in your house? I know my uncle had many pets.
We had 2 or 3 Bassets. We had mice. We had snakes. We had ducks. We had hamsters. We had piglets. We had a baby lamb. Is that it? Sure. To Long Beach Island. We went there for 26 years.
What were some of your favorite memories?
Just going to the shore and being on the beach. My dad had a boat and I learned to water ski.
Was that hard? Water
No, once
ski?
you got up. Once you got up, it's like riding a bicycle. You never forget.
What were some holiday traditions that your family had while you were growing up as a kid? Like Christmas traditions and like Thanksgiving?
Well, we always had a lot of family for dinner. Grandparents and aunts. And at Christmas time, we always had to have turkey for dinner. That was my father's tradition because when he grew up in England, turkeys were very, very special. And they were very hard to get and to have. So we always had turkey. And up to the time he died, he lived to be 93, he always had to have a turkey for dinner. We could never have a ham, we could never have prime rib, we could never have a pork roast, we had turkey. So lately we have changed, and now that he has passed, then we have different things.
What's the difference between raising children nowadays and raising your children?
There was a lot more home activity when we raised our children. I stayed home with my children until the oldest one was in high school and the oldest one was in middle school.
What do you think about the technology nowadays?
I think kids spend too much time on technology, rather than doing creative things. The most memorable event was when Neil Armstrong stood on the moon.
Did you watch it?
Yep, I did. And it was in the middle of the night, and I made my kids get up and watch it on a 12-inch black and white TV.
What was your greatest accomplishment?
My 3 children.
What do you wish for in the future for your grandchildren?
That they be happy.
Be happy?
They just be happy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stop it.